The Savannah Children's Museum has been entertaining and educating kids in the open air since it first opened 13 years ago. But the museum's first ever indoor expansion is about to open and give children something new to discover.
That's right. Kyle is live at the Children's Museum to give us a sneak peek at the new Numbers and Nature building coming soon. Kyle, I saw you earlier having a blast. I bet your kids would love it too.
Oh, yeah, we did manage to make it out of the maze. I'm happy to announce, obviously, because we're out here, but that was quite the adventure. I said it was like a fun house on steroids. We were lost, literally, trying to figure out our way out, but it's cool, and they got little interactive things in there. Speaking of interactive, check this out. Okay, so this is one of the new things. I'm going to activate this and get it started, and check it out. Look, watch me control this. Spirals, all of this. Numbers in Nature is the name of the exhibit here in the new STEAM Center. And as I said, this is an 8,000 square foot exhibit inside an 11,000 square foot building that was, as I understand it, falling apart and the roof wasn't what it needed to be. Well, now this is a brand new building, if you will. And take a look. That was the maze that we got lost in. I have got the CEO, Nora Fleming Lee, with the Coastal Heritage Society, joining us today to give us this kind of behind the scenes look. The ribbon cutting's coming up next week, and folks are going to get the opportunity to see this. On a day like today, this would be absolutely perfect because we know how cold it is, and kids can come inside and enjoy this.
Absolutely. We're really excited after operating Savannah Children's Museum for the last 13 years for our community to finally have an indoor space where families can come when it rains, when it's hot, and when it's cold. This
is a really cool exhibit that you said, I know if you started from scratch, this would have been astronomical. You were able to take something that existed and bring it here to make it a permanent exhibit in this space.
That's right. We've been working on developing an indoor museum for some years and figuring out what our next steps were. This opportunity came up to purchase a traveling exhibit and bring it into this space so that we could bring an indoor museum to Savannah much sooner than we were going to be able to otherwise.
Numbers in Nature is the theme of the exhibit, and you've got all kinds of different things where the kids can come in, hands-on interactive activities.
That's right. Yeah, the themes of this exhibit are about numbers and symmetry and patterns. So we're exploring patterns within you and in the human body, patterns within nature, and then patterns within art and architecture as well.
I was a musician in high school, so I was laughing because we've got notes here. Let's play this. We have the same pattern, but then I'm going to put something that's different, and then listen what it does. Hey, it changed just like that. It's almost like it knew what I had written, the composure. We've got some other stuff over here. Kind of give us an idea of what the experience or what you're hoping the experience will be like for kids when they come in here.
Absolutely. So we've been serving our families with children up to ages 10 right now at Savannah Children's Museum. So this will really touch educational opportunities for those kids as well as older, some preteens and teens. And I'll tell you, we're having a good time in here too as adults. They tell us we're adults, but we're having a good time playing like kids. So there's a ton of interactives in here. Technology, but not too much technology because we're very aware of those screens. And then exhibits incorporated as well so that you can see real-world, real-life examples of the patterns we're talking about.
What does it take to come up with something like this, to have an exhibit, to have this space? I mentioned it. You told me, you said that you could see daylight through the roof before this project started. To kind of see it to fruition to get to this point, what's it been like?
Yeah, well, I think that's part of what Coastal Heritage Society really does is that, we see these historic buildings that many people would look at them and think that's a tear down, but we are preservationists, we are educators at the heart, and we definitely want to make sure that we are representing and preserving Savannah's history here through these buildings and then utilizing them in different ways so that they can be today's educational components.
All right, I mentioned an 11,000 square foot building, but an 8,000 square foot exhibit, and we just kind of touched on a small part of it. How exciting is this going to be next week when you finally get to open the doors?
Well, I'll tell you, my children have already been into this space to explore, as well as our employees' children, and they all had a great time, and they left exhausted in the car falling asleep. So parents, definitely please bring your children, and everyone really should come and explore this new museum, come for the holidays as well, and bring those families that are in town for Thanksgiving and the holidays.
Yeah, just in time for that. All right, when we come back a little bit later, we'll highlight some of the other exhibits, talk a little bit about how you can still contribute to this as part of the ongoing project with this new STEAM Center. They got a classroom here, opportunities, and we'll be speaking with the marketing manager, too, about this. Again, really fun. fun, and they're going to cut the ribbon next Tuesday. I'll send it back to you.